Good morning, everybody. Week 27? Is it 27? I think so, because I missed one and now I missed counting. Let me check. I don't know. It's some week. Probably week 27. I don't know. We will see. So, sorry for missing last week. Reason being a mixture of me being sick and spending 2 nights on a campsite in Belgium with my kids the last few days and needed to prepare that, so I've been a bit more at home and reasons and whatever. Anyway, we're back to normal, sort of. A lot to catch up, obviously. So, what's on the menu? There's a lot on the menu. There's really a lot on the menu happening this week, and might be I do 2 parts, might not be I do 2 parts, I don't know. So, today we're gonna finish up the classical piece. So the conductor finally decided on the take to go, on the version to go for that 1 part, so that will happen today. We're also gonna tackle the recording of Record Pink today, and need to do the revisions for Forest 19 today, and I need to prep the pre-production of Wrong Location today, and there's a lot of Midnight Falling stuff that could be done today. So as you see, a lot to do, and basically the same tomorrow. Then I have my usual days off, and for a good reason that week, because on Friday we're gonna do more mixing and stuff, but in the evening we're gonna have a show over there for my hobby band. We're just for gentlemen who make music just for fun and decided, well, we have this 5 songs ready, so let's show them to some people that we know, and we just come here, have a few beers, play a few songs, and probably play them a few times. But yeah, we will see. Gonna be fun, and that's Friday evening. And on Saturday there's a bachelor party or birthday I don't know, can't remember, one or the other. And then on Sunday I have Lila and the Black Cats, a cover band of older gentlemen and ladies in doing some songs. Gonna meet with Michael Michael, the guitar player, who's also the guitar player of my older gentleman's band. So I meet him tonight, and gonna discuss on what to do and how to do it, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot to do this week. Really a lot to do. I'm still tired from the weekend, but coffee helps. And straight away, move on. just exporting a few mix revisions for Forest 19. Also spent like 1.5 hours listening to the classical recording, so that's bounced and already cut and already uploaded. So I'm just waiting for the last final yes, let's go, and then I'm gonna burn some CDs for them. So that's done. Also, set up some Midnight Falling stuff, just to make sure everything works like I want to for the rehearsal in roughly 2 weeks, and also to film something about that setup. So yeah, that's a topic I did today, and just some bits and pieces here and there. This thing here might get interesting because this will be the pedal board, or probably will end up as the pedal board for Annika, our guitar player, and Midnight Falling, and she will be playing with Mainstage on the stage. So that's the current version, is that she's using Mainstage as a guitar amp, but also having playback and everything on her feet. So we will program that basically one foot pedal is play, one is stop, one is forward, one is backward, so she can control which song is playing, and the other pedals will work as her pedal board, so distortion on distortion, off delay on delay, off whatsoever. The great thing of her using Mainstage is we can time all the delays, and that's all in time and in sync, and she can use different amps for like different songs, like you would with a modeling amp. And as I understand, Jendrik is using a Kemper, so basically that's the same thing. This will all happen next as I said, in 2 weeks time. Still a lot to do, but as a lot of things showing up, and I had this hour where I was just listening to the choir recording. I just set that up and ran through some ideas I had in the last few days and weeks. So I'm now doing the last 2 songs for Forest 19. I hope the feedback isn't too bad. And maybe I have some time either to work on Midnight Falling or to work on Wrong Location pre-production, because they sent me a whole lot of feedback they like to do in the songs, and I just need to get my head around and understand what they're actually up for, and change it and so on and so forth. So without further ado, move on and go for it. So recently I worked with a few bands where the production's sort of been on a time budget, for various reasons. Sometimes the band just didn't have the time to commit to a studio for a week or something, which is totally fine, or budget's been tight, which is totally fine. I completely understand that, and I'm not against that, and I always encourage bands to use a small amount of time, and we make it happen. There have been some occasions where I just said, let's do less in that period of time, but for various reasons bands said, no, we want to do X amount of songs in X amount of days, where I thought, well, that's a bit tight, and then you need to go into compromise land, and that's never good. But I always try my best to make it happen, like for example, taking DIs from guitars and using Bias FX as sort of rescue thing if guitar sounds are what they are. But it's always a compromise. And that's why I'm really looking forward to do this record with Wrong Location, where we don't have that problem, but actually have tons of time to work on songs and on the recordings and make it really proper. But yeah, so if you are in a band and you want to go in the studio and budget is tight, then just do 1 or 2 songs and do them properly, because yes, it's enough to play it once, but you need to play it once 100% right, otherwise the whole record is compromised. And if you're mixing a record that's compromised at a lot of points, then well, it doesn't sound the way it could. And yeah, that doesn't satisfy me as the mixing engineer, and probably it doesn't satisfy you as the band. So yeah, keep that in mind. And I'm just working on a few records like that, where I'm just thinking, well, could have, should have, whatever. And yeah, not really satisfied, to be honest. You should have seen that. Sorry, I missed setting up the camera, and now I need seriously to go. I might do this tomorrow again because it's great fun. Because in roughly 2 weeks, yesterday in 2 weeks, we're gonna have rehearsed Midnight Falling, as you know. The bass player is not with us, so but we need some bass tracks. So the song sound proper for everyone to rehearse. So I started playing bass on the backing sessions, and it's great fun. I really enjoy it. Sometimes I think, well, kicking someone out and join the stage? No. I will never do this, because I enjoy this front of house thing way too much, and I'm just sub. So if someone gets sick, I step in and have my 40 minutes on stage. But I really enjoy mixing these guys and girls. So yeah, tomorrow I'll set up a camera. You need to see this. Great fun with me jumping around in my studio, loud music playing and having fun to this. Anyway, so yeah, just did that. Cleaned a bit on that sessions. Get a bit in order, and now I'm driving home after a pretty successful day. I'm pretty happy what I achieved today. As I said, did the choir thing. Forest 19 is done. Started on Record Pink this morning, so that's also been moving in the right direction. And yeah, just this Midnight Falling stuff. So yeah, tomorrow more of the same. And as I said, Friday night is this little concert. I don't know if I'm gonna film this because I don't want to share my horrible drumming. Maybe I do a video on how we make this small show happen, because there's no one doing front of house, so no one to mix it, and I'm sitting on drums. So we need to figure that out. It's gonna be great fun. But I'm trying out these silent foam thingies, so the cymbals get a bit quieter. Yeah, we will see. Will be great fun, and looking forward to that. Looking forward to the rest of the week. Now I'm a bit more positive than I've been this morning. A bit more hyped. So yeah. See you in a few seconds. Well, tomorrow. And we're back. So Tuesday, second day of the week, obviously, and the normal short one. So straight away gonna start mixing for Record Pink, so we got that done. I missed a little edit for the choir thing, need to do that. And yeah, until the rehearsal for Midnight Falling, I need to play some bass parts because our bass player can't make the rehearsal. So we have that coming from my Pro Tools session, and we decided not to go for the final iteration of with the playback and stuff with Main Stage by Annika, because I think I need to mix around the playback and stuff a whole lot. So that's more easy if I just have my Mac with me by the SQ5 by the console, and then just so that I can mix the in-ear the playback, not the in-ear, the playback while they're rehearsing. And yeah, I'm currently thinking of upgrading or buying something, because as I have so many external jobs, and for Midnight Falling we are in need of an interface with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outputs minimum. And I do a lot of these external recording jobs for SingPoint for this birthday, and also company thing. I'm thinking of buying an Focusrite interface. This Scarlett, I think it's 18 something, and trying to find that. So I have 8 preamps and 8 outputs on the run, which would be quite handy. For these mobile jobs, because then I have 8 inputs, which is nice. And I also have this interface for playing Midnight Falling. And so I think that's quite handy, and need to get my head around that. But don't want to make a fast buy without thinking about it, and need to get some alternatives. But I think that's a good value for the money. So yeah, I think that would be a good solution. Not getting rid of the RME, obviously, because I really like that interface. Even though it's old, it's really old, but it's working and it's awesome. So yeah, without further ado, let me mix some songs, and then we see if we play some bass today or whatever. Sometimes it's just odd, because I started that song yesterday. I think that's been one of the first things I did yesterday. Starting on that song, I thought it sounded horrible, and this, like pretty much all the decisions I've made in the process of doing the song. And I started the song figuring out, okay, there's this one thing that's a bit wonky, let's fix that. And then all of a sudden I thought, wow, that song is great, and it's actually speaking to me, and I get the feeling of the song, and I think it's quite a nice song. So I'm a bit thirsty, and now get some water going, and maybe walk around the studio a bit, putting stuff away, just doing random things. And then coming back to the session, pressing play once, probably, and bouncing it to sort of a test folder. So I started doing, on my Google Drive, there's a folder I don't share with clients, So that's my folder to listen to in the car or something. Talking about car mix checking, I get a lot of advertising on my social medias. And one of these social media, one of these advertising is the Slate Digital VSX, this headphone saying it emulates being in a studio and whatnot, which I think is quite appealing. It's quite a nice idea to have the opportunity to sit at home in a not treated room and in a bad sounding room or whatever, and being able to get the feeling of being in the studio, like with this big monitors, big speakers and stuff. I totally understand this, but for me, the car check is less about checking my mix on different headphones. It's checking my mix with a time difference and a different in consciousness. So when I'm driving a car, I'm concentrating on driving a car, and there will be some minutes, hours between me mixing the song and listen to it in the car. So that helps me get new perspective and a new idea and things like that. And that's more what it's about than actually the different speakers that I'm now listening to, if that makes sense. So these headphones are for me. Maybe they are for you, not for me, because yeah, I want to leave this space and listen to the mix somewhere else, at a different place and in a different time. So yeah, that's why these headphones aren't for me. Anyway, there's a lot to prep for Friday, I understand, but yeah, we'll make it happen somehow. So while I just exported these choir things in a quite handy software, I can highly recommend Hofer CD Burn DDP Master. It's a great software where I just, if I have more than one song on EP or something, I tend to arrange it there and just check if the songs fit together in their order, and then you can export a DDP image if clients want to have a CD burned. You can also burn CDs there, quite handy. And yeah, it's quite handy too to finish up a session. And while I did that, I just ordered stuff. So in the next few days, there should be a small 2 high unit rack arriving. And an Audix i5, because I thought I'd buy a third Shure SM57, but I think it's more useful to have a variety of snare mics. So yeah, I went for the Audix i5 because I like the Audix mics, and then I have an i5 on snare, and then I have 2 SM57s, which is quite handy for that metal show, because then snare is the i5 and the 2 amps are SM57. Same applies already for the recording session on Sunday, so that's handy to get that. Then I bought myself some in-ears, just cheap ones, Sennheiser. Haven't had them yet, so just trying them out and just see, and it will just be for Midnight Falling or front of house, and just using that. And then I just 5-meter cable, because the and the Focusrite, obviously the most important thing, the Focusrite Scarlett 1820. So now I have an interface that I can use for mobile recordings, and all I need to do is take the Octamic with me, and I'm up to 16 channels, which will be handy. And I can all put this in this 2H unit, height unit, rack, so it's easy to take with me. So that will, for example, be the equipment I take with me for that job in Stuttgart, where I'm at my parents' place. So everything gets a bit smaller and a bit tidier, and that's the interface we're gonna use for Midnight Falling backing tracks. So that's the thing. Yeah, and that's why there is a 5 meter multi-core in it, XLRs. Actually, just realized it's the wrong cable. Shit, I bought the wrong cable. Because it should be jack to XLR. I think I have one. No, I have a multi-core spare. Doesn't matter. It's all fine. It's all fine. Just bought a multi-core too much, but yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. It's just €29, and I'm gonna need it anyway. So, jeez. So that's the one I need. Jack coming out of the interface, going to XLR. But that one's only 3 meter or something, so that might be not enough for stages, so it's handy to have a 5 meter on top of that. So yeah, probably a good thing I bought that. Anyway, that's gonna live where the Midnight Falling stuff lives, and yeah. One song record pink done, the other, well, let's see, maybe I'll come back to that later. Now let's do some other stuff. Good morning. Friday today and I'm already sweating. You might ask yourself, why is there so much beer? Okay, you can't see the beer because it's in the fridge, but why is there so much beer? The reason is that tonight we not only have a concert of my hobby fun band just for some people we know, but we're also gonna watch football tonight, and yeah, so we need 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 beers to hand out to the people, which will be fun, I hope. Should be a fun night. And but it's a long day. Already been to the grocery store buying all this beer and non-alcohol stuff, as I tend to drink without alcohol. Maybe I drink 1 beer and the rest is alcohol-free beer. But let's see. So that will be tonight, but there's also something fun to show you. Because yesterday I got a package. I got a package with, let me turn the camera down, with this fine rack. Not the power cable, but this rack. And this rack contains, I hope it's the right side. It's a 50-50 chance that's the wrong side now. Yeah, obviously it's the wrong side. Anyway, in there is an 8 XL multi-core 5 meters. There's a power cable. There's an Audix microphone. There are headphones for me. And an audio interface. So let's try like this. Ta-da! Got myself a Focusrite Scarlett 1820, which will serve as my interface for mobile recordings, but will also serve as the interface for Midnight Falling. So when we go on stage, I need 5 outputs out of the Mac of Annika, because they're going to make backing tracks happening and click and cue and their own guitar. So that means we have 5 outputs from this interface running to front of house. And yeah, yesterday I had a bit of thought of the wiring of Midnight Falling, and I figured 16 channels aren't enough for a pop punk band if you run it proper. So that's a bit of a shame. Let's see how we solve this, because so we're running both guitars mono, which is okay. But I would love to have the backing track stereo, because I would love to run some stereo effects there. And I also need the click and the cue on separate channels, because Louisa doesn't want to have cues, but the others might not want to have click. So I want to have that on separate channels. And as Louisa's microphone is wireless, I seriously would love to have a handheld mic somewhere on stage, just to be safe. So then I'm on 17 channels already, and that means that my stage box isn't big enough. And then I could go for guitar stereo, and need to think about that. So here's a really big session, which is the preparing session for click, cue and playback for Midnight Falling. So every song has a folder, a Pro Tools folder, where the necessary files go into, and sometimes these are virtual instruments, sometimes these are backing vocals, second voices, stuff like that, choir things, stuff like that we would like to have in the background somewhere. And because I'm not sure of all the volumes and stuff, I'm gonna run the rehearsal in a week. I will run this out of Pro Tools, so we're not going to use MainStage for the rehearsal just yet. So I will run playback and click and stuff out of this session. I need to go on my laptop, so I need to freeze or consolidate or however bounce all the virtual instruments that I don't own on my MacBook. And so get this session clean. I also need to play some bass parts, because the bass player can't make the first rehearsal. So I played these few songs just with Bias of X. There we are, with an MPEG classic punk rock thing. And we need to figure out how we do bass on stage. I don't know what his setup is, so potentially it's my Tone X1. That would be an option with an MPEG on it. But let's see. So when we rehearse now, I'm gonna play these songs through my SQ. I record the band on rehearsal, so I have the full band. I'm gonna start mixing these songs on the SQ5, making all the settings on the SQ5 already, and then I already know the volumes, and then I can start mixing these playback tracks to it, and then I will bounce them as a stereo track, and then they go into MainStage. And we stick with MainStage because Annika, they're sort of familiar with MainStage because they're using Logic, and so they're a bit familiar with MainStage, and me as well. I know that Ableton probably is the better solution, but we stick with MainStage just for now. And And so in main stage there will be a channel with guitar amp and pedal board, which will be controlled with a few buttons here. So for example, this might be overdrive off, this might be delay on and off, that might be distortion on and off, that might be clean channel, whatever. They will figure that out. And then we also have next song before start, play, stop, play or something, so that Annika will control the start of a song as well from that board. So that's the idea. And I understand that Ableton will probably do the exact same thing, including some more features and some more flexibility, but we're both not that familiar with Ableton just yet. So we stick with main stage for the first few shows. And this is how we go. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's seriously gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward making that band happen. Already planning for the first show because that will be in Railway, so I'm part of that, so I can choose which band we're playing with and stuff. So already booking that. That will be in October, mid-October, 12th of October will be that show. Already reached out to some bands if they are fancy playing with us. And so yeah, Midnight Falling looking good. I also mixed the second song for record Pink, but just got lost in some details, so I don't have bigger picture, and I think I need to revisit that later or tomorrow or something. So yeah, let's make lunch. I'm not really interested in football, but I'm interested in Tour de France, cycling. So that's what I'm watching while setting up the stage. And yeah, we'll be a tight one. We are a 4-piece band, and yeah, don't know. So in like 1.5 hours, some of the boys will show up, and I think we need to discuss this together, how to arrange everything, because there's something like 30 people showing up. I don't know where to fit them all, and somewhere needs to be a front of house, and I don't know. I've seriously no idea, but yeah, gonna make it happen. We'll be good. So I put a mic on the guitar amp, even though this room is really tiny and small. But I put a mic in the kick, put a mic on the snare, and we'll put mics on the guitar amps. Simply because, so the boys make their own monitor for stage, so they put the amps like they want, and I hope it's not too loud. And I try to get it as quiet as possible, and then I add a bit of front of house, so we get a more defined sound, even though the room is so small. I think we don't really need to. And yeah, it's just it's tricky for me, because this show is totally for the adults. This is not a commercial gig. We're just playing because we like to, and I want to show the songs to some people, and these are all friends of the band and stuff. So it's not important really, but I can't switch my professional head out, and I want to do the best I possibly can to make it sound and look good. But yeah, as I'm the drummer of the band, I can't mix it, and we had no one who's a bit familiar with audio engineering to mix the show. So yeah, let's see. We will make it happen somehow. I don't know how, but we will make it happen. Good morning. Saturday today, and yeah, we had the show in yesterday. Was a bit weird because I'm not a football fan, but we watched football yesterday. So the German match, which they lost, and yeah, don't know. Been a bit of weird show, a bit weird evening for me. Just playing 5 songs on the drum set, mixing one band in that room, which you can't actually mix. So yeah, but it's fine. People enjoyed it, and that's the most important thing. And so today is quite a busy day because I need to get rid of all this stuff that's in the room, and this stuff, and all the other stuff, and have 2 meetings in a few minutes, and then there will be a bachelor party at 1 p.m. and then Nala will show up to work on her songs, and yeah, so a lot to do. So without any further ado, let's move on. Just enjoying a bit of break, because yeah, until right now the day's been pretty fast paced. Had 2 meetings this morning, one with a upcoming intern, one with a potential upcoming client. Then I had lunch, had just a recording of a bachelor party, and they had a lot of fun, but I have a headache. I just get a hard headache, and can't make it stop. But so I wasn't on full yay party mode, but I let them know, and I just say, well, have some fun. I just have a headache, and it's all good. So just ignore me, and that's fine for most people. So be honest and just saying, well, I don't feel that great. So please don't take my face any serious. That's all good. And between all these sessions, I packed away stuff and tried to get ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow there's a band in. Not quite there yet, because in a few minutes Nada will show up, and we're gonna work on her songs for a few hours, whatever. And yeah, and tomorrow is band day. Lele and the Black Cats is the name of the band. And one person of this band I already know, that's Michael, who's part of my hobby band and who also played in Fake That, the acoustic cover band we did a while ago. But tomorrow will not be acoustic or stripped down. Tomorrow will be proper rock thing cover. And so I need my drum set mic'd, 2 guitar amps mic'd. Michael left his orange amp here from yesterday, and gonna use my Fender, as I understand. Yeah, we need to discuss this tomorrow on how to tackle this, how to get the best takes and the best versions in, because they want to do a lot of songs, so I tend to do as much as I can in one take. So it would be best to mic everything and let them just play and get rid of bleed and stuff. Which would be one option. But then I can't do that much regarding tempo and things. I don't know if they want to play to a click or not. So we need to figure that out. And yeah, and I understand they have 4 people singing various voices and harmonies and stuff. So we need to figure that out. And I think that will take most of the time away. So going for recording the band live and then doing vocal overdubs might be the best solution. We need to. I need to get my head around that. Didn't have the time yet to totally get through this. This is something new for me because it feels like the first time ever that I'm so booked and have so many projects going on that I'm actually preparing a session the day before and not like weeks in advance. I mean, I made a mic line plan a while back when they booked, because sometimes I just have fun writing these lists, but I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. Need to think about that and have a discussion with the band tomorrow, because that's the most important thing, that they feel comfortable in the room playing. So yeah, let's just see what happens today and see what happens tomorrow. And I'm just tired. I'm just really tired and really have a headache. Yeah, let's see. I should have pointed a camera on that. Just with something hilarious. Never had something like that in my life. So Nala was in. I want to do vocals. And then the fire alarm starts. Which it does occasionally because they're interconnected. So if another fire alarm goes off, mine goes off as well and tells me, hey, there's something. And normally, if it goes off, people are there smoking or something. And then it stops after a few attempts. But not so today. We couldn't make it stop. And then we all went outside. A nice neighbor called actually the fire department. So they came and checked on the house and smelled a bit, I guess. He took my key for whatever reasons and went through the house. And they checked on everything and said, no, there's nothing smelling like fire and I can't see fire and all's good. So yeah, false alarm, all good. And the fire alarm was still going. And so we now turned on screwed out the fire alarm so it stops and doesn't go off again, which feels a bit weird, but there you go. Never had never had the fire department show up for me in person. Not for me, for the whole house actually. But sorry for the shaky camera. Yeah. So I experienced that. I'm now gonna make a quick rundown, and Nala left because we didn't know how long it will take, and that's been a bit of a shame. Need to find a new time to work, but yeah, we will make that song or these two songs happen at some point. And yeah, I'm now gonna prepare a bit for tomorrow. I think I'm doing just a quick check if all the lines work, not with the final mics, and then I'm doing this tomorrow, trying to be a bit improvised, but nevertheless, and yeah, we make something. We make something happen tomorrow. I'm really tired, so I think I should go home, but I want to check the lines first, and then I go home, and tomorrow's recording day, and I try to point a camera at stuff that I do tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Sunday today, and I'm just waiting for the boys and girls of Leila and the Black Cats to record some tracks. Haven't prepared much because I don't know the way we're gonna track things, if we're gonna do instrument by instrument, if we're gonna go live or whatever. So I don't really know. I need to discuss this with the band, and then I'm gonna set up, because it doesn't make much sense to prepare everything and then need to change stuff around. So yeah, we will see. Will be a good one. I'm a bit tired, to be honest, and still a bit of a headache. Don't know, but need to get through this, and yeah, let's just move on. Holy mac and cheese balls. That's been one. Holy moly, that's now 11 hours straight, basically. I had a bit of a lunch break, but not that much. Yeah, that's been a long one, but a fun one. And I'm a bit confused because I feel way better after this 11 hours now than I felt like another session that just went for 8 hours or something. And yeah, we powered through, and yeah, it's been a good one. It's been a really, really good one. They played 7 songs, and yeah, because I've been in so much stress, I didn't film anything. Sorry for that. I hope you understand. We did. So the whole band played the songs a few times, and I was concentrating on drums and bass, not listening to guitars or vocals, and they didn't play to a click because not used to playing click, and that's fine. So we did that, and then we overdubbed the acoustic guitar first. I mic'd the guitar, and his guitar amp went DI, so we have 2 channels: acoustic guitar, a bit amp crunchy, and mic acoustic guitar. Then with the electric guitar, which been my lovely Fender DeVille, really nice sound coming out of that. Really enjoyed it. And he played a semi-acoustic guitar, and yeah, that's all a bit rockabilly what they did, and yeah, sounds awesome. These guitars just sound brilliantly awesome. And the other guitar player just overdubbed some parts with a Tele on orange amp, a tiny orange combo, and they're both just mic with an SM57, nothing fancy, and the track DIs just to be safe. Bass as well, DI only. And then we did vocals, At first I set up my TLM 67 and I thought, well, nah, it doesn't sound right. Basically in the first song she did, and I switched to the K2 Rode K2, so I pulled that up from kick out to vocal, and that worked fine, sounded nice. But for the background vocals I stuck with the TLM 67, both through the Neve, just touch EQ, and that's it. And the rest is pretty standard. I'll show you. So that's the drums been D112 in kick, K2 out, snare is the i5, the new Audix i5, and Octava MK012, D2 on rack, D4 on floor, the other MK012 on hi-hat, a Hound MBHO on ride, and I only went for the CK40 as overheads. That's been it. So really straightforward and sounding good, because it's not hard rock, it's not punchy, it's not punk, it's just this, yeah, a bit more fragile sounding rockabilly-ish vintage sound, which is awesome. And they played really, really well. Really great rehearsed band. Awesome. Looking forward mixing that. That will take a bit of time because I'm so busy. So yeah, been an awesome session. Really enjoyed that day. Made my day. And I'm not driving home. And tomorrow is a new week with a lot more stuff happening. And yeah, looking forward to that. So I already say thank you very, very much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you'd like to support that channel, there's a Patreon and a Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description below. Yeah, thanks very, very much for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.